What's up guys, welcome back to today's video, which is my 3-month, I can't believe it, 3-month retinol update. Now I actually sat down to film this video several times before, but I didn't think I'd use the retinol long enough to really give you guys the benefits of like my first initial impressions into retinol, because really it took a couple weeks to like figure things out, for my skin to balance out. I have got the true tea on retinol. I mean, I have got my Steiva-A prescription right here beside me. So not only am I going to give you guys a 3-month retinol update, but I'm also going to do my current retinol routine with you so I can show you how I apply it all over the skin. But before we dive into this retinol routine, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe right down here, guys, and give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And listen, the bell notification, it's down there too. Click it so you don't miss a single video. Without further ado, let's dive right into my current retinol skincare routine. And I'm going to let you know how my first 3 months on prescription strength of retinol turned out. Listen, it's not a pretty scene. Let's dive right into today's video. Now I'm just going to take a small amount of retinol and just go area by area all over my face while I update you guys on my first 3 months of retinol. So let's go ahead and just dab it right on the skin. Now my skin is cleansed and completely dry. One of the things about retinol is you need to apply it onto dry skin because you really just want it to stay on top of the skin and not really penetrate deep, because retinol, which is an intense form of vitamin A, really helps to chemically exfoliate the skin, revealing that youthful skin underneath over time. You don't want it to penetrate, you want it to sit on that top layer of skin. And I like to pay really close attention to under the eye area because I have a couple sunspots under there that I am trying to get rid of, girl. So I just like to focus it right on this area. My first couple weeks on retinol weren't that bad, actually. My skin wasn't peeling and I actually thought like, oh my gosh, this retinol isn't working. But let me tell you, after about 3 weeks, my skin started peeling. I noticed cracking along my nose here, which I read was a common side effect, and I was totally ready for that. So I wasn't surprised when I started to peel around my nose, but it was literally flaking off. I could use tweezers and like peel the skin off from between my nose. That was the first thing I noticed. No, that's a lie. The first thing I noticed was pimples, breakouts. Within a couple of days, I had breakouts all around my mouth region here. Wait, I can't even tell you about my chin and like the difference in my skin texture in my chin area in particular. I'll get there. But getting back to the pimples, first I broke out all around here. Then my nose started to peel. In particular, when I woke up in the morning, like my skin was just like peeling away from my face. I was shooketh to the core. I was like, I don't even know if this is going to be worth it, because I would try and hydrate the skin and I just couldn't. Like, it was inhydratable because it was trying to peel off and reveal youthful skin, which is what I was looking for. But I mean, at the expense of looking like a flaky mess. Ugh. So the first few weeks was really just me wondering if I wanted to continue with the retinol, because I was like, oh, is this peeling worth it? It kind of hurt. I was like, ugh, it's winter time, so my skin was already dry. But I knew the winter time was the perfect time to use a retinol prescription because there's even less chances of you being in the sun. You don't want to be mixing your retinol and sensitive skin with the sun. You don't want to be getting burned. You don't want to be getting into any of that mess. So winter was the perfect time to start using the retinol, but at the same time, my skin was already so dry. It was just like a double whammy and I was not living for it. Now I should also mention that this is actually my second tube of retinol and I'm almost halfway through this one. So at this point, I've actually used a tube and a half of retinol. That's why I feel like now is the perfect time to update you guys. So right after my nose started peeling, the next thing that I noticed is around my mustache area and my chin started peeling off. Like I looked like I had been eating bath salts all night long, and I woke up and was like, blah, 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 like I'm covered in bath salts. I was shook. I was like, I cannot go out in public like this. This is one thing, like a peeling nose I can get away with. Like, yeah, maybe your nose is chapped, your lips are dry, you know, same thing. But like looking like you ate bath salts is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. So I was panicking like forever, being like, oh my gosh, I can't go outside because I look like the bath salt monster. My nose is peeling. I have acne. I was still broken out. This retinol is not exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought I would just have like beautiful glowing skin right off the bat. I thought my skin would be dry, obviously, but like the level of dryness I was not expecting. So during those first initial phases, I really had to focus on exfoliation, especially in this lower region. Now I didn't notice any difference on my forehead, on the sides of my face. It was all right through here. So I really had to use a good exfoliator and really make sure that almost daily, if not every second day, I was exfoliating that area in particular because the skin was just flaking right off my face. Let me tell you the silver lining of that flaking skin, especially in my chin region. Guys, my skin after about a month and a half on retinol, especially in this region here, was glowing. It was dewy, it was luminous, the texture was so smooth, and along my nose region, the only way I can describe it is the same texture as like a really smooth, like my forehead area and the sides of my face here, was the exact same smoothness and texture all through my chin area. Now, I didn't even notice that the skin kind of in this area was dull until it was illuminated. Now, like when I look at my skin in the monitor, you guys can see all through this area here, it's so hydrated and luminous all the time. And it's because of those top layers of skin literally falling off, peeling off, revealing the youthful skin underneath, the glowing skin, the smooth skin. I mean, the skin texture that was renewed beneath that skin was just like, I didn't even realize that my texture was that bad. I thought that I had pretty decent skin until I started retinol. Now I think my skin has leveled up even further because of retinol. Now, still to this day, I do like to concentrate my retinol in my problem areas, which is along my nose here and out along under my eye, which I already kind of talked about earlier, really focusing in that area and bringing it down here. I also love to work it into my marionette lines because I'm trying to just like alleviate all lines and wrinkles as best as I can. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in so we can take a look at my skin up close and personal. Oh, I hate when I do this, but I mean, you guys just have to see it. Well, compared to my skin when I first started retinol 3 months ago to that initial video, but come on in and let's take a look at my skin. Alright guys, you can see through this whole area here, my skin is so luminous. The skin is so soft. The texture is absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys can see my fingers just glide right over my skin. It has never been this soft in my entire life. My skin has never been this soft in its entire life. I mean, you can see even up along my forehead here, everything is so smooth, and that is 100% due to the retinol. Now, because my skin is being chemically exfoliated on the daily, you guys can see it's not only so luminous, but that's also going to help to get rid of sunspots, acne, enlarged pores. I mean, retinol is one of the wondrous products in the world. It also helps to rebuild collagen. I mean, I just can't say enough good things. So my first initial experience on retinol for the first 3 months was first acne, a couple of pimples and zits, then a peeling nose, and then the bath salt chin. I mean, those were some pretty dramatic steps, but I just stuck with the retinol because I could see the luminous skin underneath, and I was like, if I can just stick to this, I know I will get to the other side. And at about the 2.5 month mark, I stopped peeling altogether. And once my skin adjusted to retinol, it just started experiencing the benefits with none of the peeling. I made it. So would I recommend retinol? Yes, absolutely. If you're not on retinol, go get some. There is such a world of benefits of retinol. Your doctor can tell you all about it. Go get a prescription. Don't even bother going to Sephora or Ulta. Go get a prescription strength of retinol and listen, the benefits, here they are. Once my skin settled down, I have never had less acne, less pimples, less zits, less fine lines, more radiant skin. I mean, I'm speechless. Now, I know that using a retinol can sound a little bit scary because online there's so many horror stories of people burning their skin or ruining their skin forever using retinol. But listen, if you talk to your doctor and start at a low dosage, starting retinol in your mid-20s to kind of early 30s is the key time to start using retinol to preserve your skin for as long as possible. I'll keep you guys updated on my retinol routine. I have 5 prescriptions left of this strength of retinol before I move up to the next grade. I'll let you guys know how my skin develops, if I experience any more irritation, any more peeling. So far so good though. I think my skin has totally calmed down. I'm so excited to keep using retinol and keep taking my skin to the next level. I mean, I can't even imagine what my skin is going to look like in a couple of years from now, consistently using retinol. Alright guys, I think that's all I have to say about retinol. If you want to watch more videos, right down here there is an entire list of them. Go ahead and click another one. If not, there's 2 more videos right here, and you can subscribe right here. If you need more of me in between now and next video, guys, you can always keep up with me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Everything is linked below, like always. If you made it to the end of this video, I love you so much and appreciate you so much. Until the next video, guys, I can't wait to see you then. Bye.